Hello everyone, welcome. Hello, hello. Wait, a bunch of MVPs expired. Ah, looks like one MVP expired. I can live with that. Hello, Nick. Alright. Now apparently, it's time for some Black Mage. How exciting. Your weekly hello? Yup. Hello Turtles, welcome. We have our monthly reset here. So JH and I are gonna do a little Black Mage trading. See how this goes. A little bit of 50-50 trading. It's all good. When does this expire? Oh, like in 2 weeks. That's fine. Alright. Let's grab some coupons. Shouldn't be more than half an hour. Now surely JH will be fine. The fams are insane. You know what's funny, Nick? I've had those fams for like a while. Let me do damage in P1. You want to bind it then, JH? If you bind it, then it'll work out. Because then you can origin as well. I don't know about if the statue is split, it'd be kind of sad. We can run now. I'm ready to go whenever. Okay, guess we're doing some Black Mage. Go. I have most of the buffs ready. I mean, technically I'm missing like an Ursus buff and stuff, but it's alright. Shouldn't make that much of a difference. We're gonna wait around in P4 anyway. And hopefully I don't run it down. I do have Fountain, which is good. Should I put it somewhere else? I think... Let me swap these two around. Alright, it's time for chair. Alright, what do you guys think? Is this gonna go all according to plan, or is it gonna get run down? Alright, I just need to pop guild skills. Oh, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I went in by myself. We didn't join a party. I gotta make a new key. Joke's on me. That's a good start. Minus 50. 50 tokens. Alright. gotta go make a key now. Oh, that's a classic, man. Man, back in the day, whenever you did that and went in without your teammates, you had to wait like half an hour to go back into the fight. That's a classic right there. Thankfully, we don't have a cooldown anymore. His infinity. Alright, going. Alright, he's actually in the party now, right? Okay. I think that was the most amount of damage he could do before they split and ran, so we'll just have to accept that as it is. That's some good damage actually, because like he doesn't have to worry about the what do you call it? The damage penalty? Yeah, that's what it's called. Why does that character feel so weird? Hopefully I'm not forgetting anything. The numbers look about right. That's the one thing about running these bosses. After a while, you forget what you need and don't need. Change. Hey, did you take my treasure chest? What a bastard. Also those boxes, Jage, I don't know if you can hear me, they also heal you if you need it. Or HP. They don't give very much, but they heal something. Oh, I couldn't see the pillars. Buckshot is on. I think. It looks like it's on. It just looks funny because I can barely see the thing. No, the fountain ran out. Oh, I didn't ring swap. Yeah, sad. Uh-oh. You know what? That works out. I can ring swap now. I'm so dead. I didn't press my Jenny iframe. My raw is cooked, guys. Warm up run. Warm up run. Yo, I'm dying out. Alright. Gotta focus, gotta focus. We probably should have phased by now, but that's okay. Oops. He's asking me why phase 2 is taking so long. That's a good question, honestly. It is a good question. When till we get into P3? Oh! Where's my blink? Yo. I just lost 2 lives there. Alright, I gotta sit up for this one. Kinda running it down, guys. 6 lives? Oh. So I went to Ori. I'll Ori the next burst, and then you can Ori the one after. The next burst is in like 30 seconds. I hope I didn't get pulled out of my roll. Let's watch JH get kicked in the face a few times. That's a classic right there. It's just black mage things. Oh my. Right. Next FMA, I guess. You can origin whenever. Oh no, my Jenny iPhone ran out. Yeah, see? Just needed to focus a little bit. Shankson can't read, it's all good, mate. If it makes you feel any better, I entered the first run without JH in my party, so it's all good. Now all we have to hope for is that JH doesn't randomly go red in this next phase. It should be okay though. Like the fact that he's already blue is already quite the upgrade from the last time we did this boss. Holy. Oh my god, I was just gonna iframe that, but that didn't work out. This might take a bit. I don't know if my DPS is very high for this phase. Let me swap. Let me swap. I really like being in this corner. Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh, I just realized I have a fountain. How can I forget? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Careful there. Probably just need one more burst and we're out. At least JH looks like he's still blue, that's pretty good. If he does 1.5% by himself, we're good. From this point onwards, he's on 2. Yeah, it should be okay, right? Holy, that whole white screen right there. Oops. It's just how it is when it comes to these sorts of bosses. You clear it? I gotta wait, dude. You gotta wait 15 seconds, my friend. So just float. I don't even know if it's a guaranteed clear. Oh, in 15 seconds. Hey, better not die out now. I can't stop my burst once it goes. Alright, easy. It's fine, dude. Don't mind us being on 3 and 1. He made fun of me for losing 6 lives in P2. Acceptable, but he also lost like 5 lives in P4, so I don't know which one's worse. Wait, is he he's not a bishop, he's fire poison. Alright, just for you, I'll even pop a small wealth. I got a armor box. I'll take the mirror. That's mine. Did you get anything? He didn't get a ring box. He doesn't seem very happy with me. Yeah, it's just keeping it exciting. Exactly, exactly. Alright. Not bad. Now it's our turn to swap. Nice, 2.5 bill. And then we swap 50-50 on the other one, and then we can get a bunch of fragments. You wanna run the other black mage now? You got scammed? There's no way this guy scammed me live. So this resets tomorrow, right? Not today. Okay. I think out of all the characters that I would like to lib the fastest, I think this one takes the priority. Channel 30? Yep. Let me get some stuff here. Do I have keys on this character? I do not. I need to make some. What mission? I think I'm on the will mission. Yeah. So next week I can do the lucid mission. So end of the month maybe I'll liberate. I actually do 1 times damage now on my Corsair, which is nice. He says, I hope you're strong because I'm not. This character is reasonably strong, I think. Reasonably strong. The thing I don't have is like a high level in Fountain. Oh no, never mind. It's a decently high level in Fountain. Oh, here's a bishop. I don't need to worry about anything. He'll keep me alive. Alright, we're gonna go grab Fame. What channel are usually people on? Let's see. Surely channel 1. Is channel 10 the channel? Alright. Looks pretty good. What difficulty? Definitely just normal, like hard black mage. Am I required to burst here as well? I'll just burst. This is Maple music? Yep. Yes, you are? This guy says yes, you are after we're already out. Yeah, gotta do the Black Mage runs today. Today's the reset. Oh, I had double 5s on. Why did I reroll? Oops. Just gonna play these rollings. Oh no. It's dark here. Yeah, there's a lot of chains going on today. Yeah, my Cannon Master has liberated. I think it liberated. I don't know, maybe a year ago now. Something like that. There's a chains bug? Are you talking about the part where there's like 1,000 of them flying out at any given point? Some crazy work right now from Black Mage. Oh god, please heal me. Oh, I can reach the fountain from here. All good. Yeah, it was last year. My Cannon Master did liberate last year. I'm pretty sure I finished it in December. Or something like that. Should I Jenny here? Sorry, not Jenny. Should I Origin here? Just to get out. It'd be really funny when FMA happens. Hello, Jun. I'm doing well, thank you. Just doing some Black Mage because it's a new month, getting our points in and all that good stuff. Oh, we faced. Nice. But yeah, I'm doing pretty well. Wait, does this character have rope lift? It does. Okay, nice. What's the bishop's combat power? I think it's like 140. It's either 140 or 160, something like that. And I'm at 90. 170. Holy, bigger than I remember. Must have been from this Shining? I didn't remember it being 170. That's pretty good though. Oh no! Okay, that's all good. He just kicked me through all the rollings. Oh. I got pulled into that white orb. Oh no! Oh no! Alright, I don't know how I'll survive that. Oh, I'm so dead. Go left? Alright. Oh, I lost another life. I didn't realize my white curse was still on. No. I didn't even get the bullet barrage inside my raw. I don't know how long my summons have been gone for. Alright, he's back on the boss. I guess he's happy with where it's standing. Alright. There's a big left. Should be safe. Oh. Okay, I don't know how I managed to dodge that. I got pulled by sheer luck. Did you guys see that? I just like slid underneath. I just slid underneath that orb. I got pulled by Black Mage into that. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, nah. Oh! I just got womboed so hard. I gotta respawn. Otherwise I'm gonna walk into the corner. Oh, that was some crazy work. Got hit by everything there. That'll teach me to get kicked. Yo, it's so synchronized. I'm just gonna burst after FMA. So much for bringing it towards the fountain, he just walked his way here anyway. Oh no. I was trying to avoid that while staying in my raw. Didn't work out. Oh, didn't make it to the safe spot fast enough. I wasn't sure if I had my iframe up. Maybe I did. Kind of griefed it. You just get out. Alright, we have 5 lives each. Surely it'll be okay, right? I think my fountain is on the 8 key. Did you just load in and die instantly? I've been there before. Uh-oh. You know what? You're just gonna match lives with your homies. It's all good. Okay, gotta focus. No more trolling, no more trolling. No laughing, guys, no laughing. Serious run. Oh! That was not a good spot to get stuck in. Oh man. I saw that shotgun. Oh no, that explosion might hurt. Okay. Okay, he origined. I did my raw burst. It should be okay, right? Uh-oh. Yo, I'm dying out now. It's my turn with the Xbox controller. Alright, surely. 3 lives is enough. Yo, I actually died 9 times in like 15 minutes. That is crazy work. That's what happens when you do faster runs. Just run it down. Stuck in the corner. What's dying a lot in P2 or P4? I think dying more in P4 is a lot worse than dying more in P2. P2 you can still get some pretty bad patterns. P4 though, you gotta be pretty damn unlucky to lose a lot of lives. If you're not... Oh, that better not kill me. See, like right here, it's completely my own fault that he's standing where he is. Whereas like in P2, if you get like bad spikes or like a lot of chains, mid FMAs with the eyes and you don't have a heal, like yeah, stuff like that can happen. This can happen. I was making fun of JH for sure when he was dying out in P3 before, or P4 before. But in my defense, I am still on more than 1 life. And that's all that matters. It's not over till it's over. Let me turn off my summons. Nice. Yo, green blink. I'm kidding, by the way, I'm kidding. Swap to drop. You don't have a drop coupon? Let's get in via drop coupon. Alright, good luck. Ooh, ring box. Alright. Yeah, it wasn't anything good. Ultimatum 3. Disgusting. Oh, thank you for the 50-50 trade. That's some good stuff. That gave me a lot of points, I think. 500? It's a 500 split, right? And now... Oh no, it's 300 split, not 500, 300. So after I finish next week's thing, I just need to remember to do Lucid last. So then I can do this and do the Lucid Liberation as well. Pretty close. I'm like, what, 1800 basically next week left to go. And then I can liberate this character. And you get like 400 each one, so I'll liberate at the beginning of August. Yeah, beginning of August, that's pretty good. Oh, thank you very much for the runs. Nice and easy 5 bill for each of us, or 4.5. Got myself an Ultimatum 3. Wow. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting this character liberated. I think it will get quite a lot stronger. I think once this character is liberated, it probably goes past 100 mil easily. Alright, let's put things away. Have 11 MVPs expiring. Well, can't let them go to waste. There's a few things left I need to do anyway. I have my Phantom bosses I haven't run, and some of my other bosses, like my Fire Poison, I think. I think I have a few Seren runs to go as well, between my Battle Mage and my Cannon Master. I'll hold that until tomorrow, figure out what's going on. But, yeah. If nothing's happening with the Seren runs tomorrow, then I'll just run normal. Yeah, Genesis weapon is like 20% final damage. It's quite a lot. After you left on Kana, who else did you Star Force? I just did a bit of everything. I went back and forth a lot. Like, everybody on my top row made gains, plus the Kana and Corsair. Like, this entire top row. I just went back and forth a bunch. I can't even remember what exactly I did. I did some penance here and there. Oh, actually, pardon me. Speaking of gains, this character hit a decent amount of stars. And I'm looking forward to like actually working on its arcanes the next time we get like a 510 or a Shining. Because it's pretty close to full 21 stars. And that's a really good spot. Like I finished fixing up some of the pots and stuff. So like I have a 20 here, a 21 here. They all have 2-line all stat because, you know, that's just how Xenon works. And it's yeah, it's looking pretty good. So it's basically 100 mil if I had the event stats. I haven't unlocked the event stats on it. But yeah, that's pretty damn good. So I'm looking forward to seeing this character doing C10 next week. Because hopefully this will actually cut down my V-Healer past like below 10 minutes. So 2 origins and 1 extra burst and that's done. Hopefully. Yeah, don't worry about Plunker. Don't worry about that one. Alright. I'll save that for later. I kind of just want to just chill. Been doing a lot of bosses. And kind of just want to prog my Cannon Master a bit more in the form of training. I want to try to get to 285 by the end of the event. So it's a little bit ambitious, I think. I have to still do a decent amount of training to get to that. But that's the goal. Ooh, I have some black flames. Must have got these from Black Mage. Let's throw them there. Alright. How's everybody today, though? What are you guys up to? It's like the boring part of the event. Is right after the big event, and now it's like, do we go back to trying to farm our money, or are we just chilling? What's the plan? I think for me, I'm just gonna train, because why not? Gotta do my dailies anyway. Enjoying the gains? Yeah. Just sit back and not worry about anything, because Shining's done. I feel like once Shining's done, everybody who's like, who participated in it is just chilling. It's hard to like try to work towards getting that money back, because you go back to zero. I don't know about you guys, but I feel the same way when I level up. Whenever I level up and I see my EXP at 0, I lose the motivation to train, which is kind of funny to me. It's like, you're already pushed over to the level up, you might as well keep going. But then, once I level up, it's just, nah, I'm lazy now. Still have 200 bill after the event. Damn. I'm guessing either you hit really early, or you boom things really early. Hopefully not that one. Or perhaps you didn't have much to Star Force. I knew some people who were like that too, where they didn't really have much to Star Force. They finished up pretty quickly, and now they just have plenty of money that they don't really have a reason to spend. Boomed? Ah, sorry to hear, dude. My guess, considering you have that much money, is probably going for Eternals or pitched. That's my assumption. I feel like whenever somebody tells me this after a Star Forcing event, it tends to be that, which would make sense. That would make sense. Mastery 3 and 4 will come out in like 2 weeks. It's in the second part of this patch. Most likely. I think a lot of us will be extremely disappointed if it doesn't come out in 2 weeks. I'm looking forward to it. Right now though, I just want to try to get this skill to level 20. It's got quite a ways to go. But yeah, once Mastery 3 and 4 comes out, I'm going to be very excited. My problem right now is, right, I want to try to get this character to 285, but I also want to push my Corsair. It's not that far away from like soloing Black Mage, for example. It might actually be able to solo Black Mage. But it's just lacking levels. I would prefer it to be higher level just to be an easier run. Like, I don't really care to flex a min cut. I think a solo would be really nice though. It will speed up my... Oh, I'll say liberation process, but I don't really need that anymore. I already did it today. But yeah. Give me a nice bunch of money. How many of you guys are saving for Masteries 3 and 4? Stronger than when you did on your Battle Mage? Yeah, it's stronger, but I also don't really want to do like a long run. It's also a little bit different because I won't have guild skills for P4. Because you can't pop them in the middle of the fight anymore. Now, I don't know about you guys, but my performance in P4 was not exactly spectacular just then. And I don't really care to try to practice it. So I think if I could get the character strong enough to do the boss in like half an hour, at most. Like if I can do it within one guild skill, that'd be the ideal situation. I think any longer than that is you're just asking for a long P4. I don't know if I can focus that long. Hello, house. Try to solo hard lows. It died out 70% left in the last stage. That's okay. Look, you're in no rush to try to solo it. And also there's like the mental part of it where sometimes you get close, sometimes you get a good run, sometimes you get a bad run, and it's kind of tilting. I've been there. Just do what you feel like in that situation, honestly. 500 frags with your battle mage, nice. Yeah, I have about 400 fragments saved up on my Corsair. I'm looking forward to unlocking Scurvy. I really want to like train both my Corsair and my Cannon Master, but I don't have the resources to do that. Died on point 1. Well, nah. If I died out on point 1, I'd probably just do normal and call it a day. That's a little disappointing even for me. Something unique about the disappointment of failing to clear a boss when you have your burst almost up. I think that happened happened to my Wild Hunter earlier this week, didn't it? I was like one burst off of clearing V Healer, and then I ran it down. Not my proudest moment, that's for sure. Up jump to escape the vine, got hit by the tentacle. Oh, nah, yeah, that's a classic right there, honestly. That's a classic Gloom moment. It's one of those ones where you laugh at until it's your last life, then it's no longer funny. Pirates my favorite group? Yeah, I'd say I appreciate the pirates. I like playing pirates. I like some of the mages. I don't really care for too many of the other branches, though. I was gonna check something. It was this thing. Oh. Also, I have my copium today. Alright. Come on, Chopwood. Come back. Yes! It's back! It took me only a week, actually. That wasn't too bad. It's finally back, guys. He's back home. Welcome home, Tengu. Welcome home. You got yours today as well? Very good, Pekko. Is this on your Bowmaster or on your Aran? I know you've been playing random characters here and there. On the Bowmaster? Nice. Now we can train in TD6 and wait for our asks at the same time. Accidentally press your raw button before entering BM. Oh. Throw it back to when I was about to enter random bosses. I would press my origin outside. It's happened before. What's the max meso on gear? 100%. So 5 lines of meso on gear is the maximum you can have. Is this person playing a hero? The attack animation looks like a hero. Yep. I'm looking forward to entering bosses and then having all of my skills refresh. Any advice? Honestly, just generic P1 advice. After you do your burst, if you can't split black from white, I would just probably hide, personally. Especially if you're trying to do like the real run. It's so easy to run down lives if you can't split them correctly. If you can split them and you're only attacking black, as long as you don't get knocked about too much by his knockback attack, you can do a lot of chip damage. They don't have that much HP. Like in the grand scheme of the fight, they don't have that much HP, and they're lower level as well, so you typically are doing more damage to them. But if black and white are like sticking right on top of each other, it's really difficult to DPS. Because if they both dash at you and you don't realize that they're stacked, you take so many lives. I will say though, you have to really get your first burst down pat nicely. Like, there's like a bit of leeway between you spawning in and them actually running after you to like stack up and all that sort of stuff. I know personally for the first couple of times with my battle mage, I tried to like put down as many skills as I could before I waited for the bind. Now that they have given us skill sequence though, maybe it's not so much of a big deal. For Corsair it's a bit awkward though, because you have to para-target them. I think on entry what I would probably do is I put down all of my summons and then hold blink. And then after they stack, then I'll para-target. Para-target bind. Something like that. It's kind of hard though. Corsair setup is annoying. Oh, I have to do High Mountain on my Blaze Wizard as well. Oh, I also have to check with JH. If he has the Saren run still, wouldn't mind taking that on my Corsair. I remember we were talking about it, but I keep forgetting to ask him about it. Not a big deal if I can't get that though. But yeah, right now it's just a big save angle again, because I don't really have anything to work on at the moment outside of arcanes. Maybe if I feel inspired to play other characters, I might start doing Golics on them again. Especially the characters that aren't full 22. Or at least full 21. Cannon Master has busted mobbing. I think it's alright. It's probably above average. The setups you can have with Cannon Master are pretty lazy. But the thing is, with the introduction of Soul Janus, a lot of classes can be pretty lazy. Like, the guy next to me is doing exactly the same thing as a hero, basically. We're both just kind of standing here. Of course, I have the luxury of not really having to press anything, and he has to hold down his attack. A minor difference. But the fact that we're full clear in the same map, it's kind of nice. What daily bosses do I do? As of right now, I don't do any daily bosses. Because, I try to only do dailies on one character at a time. And the character I'm working on at the moment is my Cannon Master, which doesn't need any of those dailies. So I will free myself from that for the time being. Otherwise, I could see myself doing stuff like Commercy every once in a while. I could do Golics, Monster Park. You know, it just depends on what the character needs. But yeah, I usually only just focus on one character at a time. I don't like doing sets of dailies on different characters. DA considered lazy? I think it can be lazy. The main issue for DA is that its mobbing, from my understanding, tends to be like with the shields, right? Like, as the shields go around, do they proc Dusk? Is that how it works? I forget. I never really farmed on D8, so I don't know for sure. Dusk or Dawn, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's alright. The thing that usually helps classes with their mobbing is if they have their own summons. And yeah, Cannon Master has its own sets of summons. I don't think DA has its own placeable summon outside of Fountain and Soljanus like everyone else. The shields are sort of like summons, but yeah, I don't remember how effective they are for mobbing. There's orbs and shields? Oh, there. Yeah, there you go then. Laziest this much one? Yeah. I mean, in terms of pure laziness, absolutely. Don't even need to press your keyboard. Just goes around and does everything for you. But yeah, I want to try to chip at my XP every day a little bit. If I can do like 1 or 2% a day, can slowly get there. Although I probably need to do a bit more if I want to try to get 285 by the end of the event. It's a bit difficult. I've seen some people with like the new Mo Xuan tech where they use an SP reset so that they don't have the knockback thing or something, and apparently that just keeps their toggles on for longer. Something crazy like that. That is a crazy tech to stay in combat, so then the toggle will keep attacking. People are quite creative in that regard. People are just catching on, yeah. Well, I knew about the Dusk being procced by the toggle. I just didn't think of the knockback thing until more recently when someone said it. It's all fine and all. Like, if you just want EXP, that's fine. The problem with, like, doing that sort of AFK farming is that you don't pick up anything, right? Like, if we're talking about lazy farming, it's all good, but... No, part of the reason to level up is to pick up the fragments, too. If you're just standing still, you're not picking up anything. Or you're just picking up whatever's around you. I can imagine, though, like, if you're AFK'd in, like, a 16k map or a 15k map, it's kind of free. It's kind of free. Back to the mines? Yup. All of us are back to saving. Back to saving. I'm not going to put a counter because... Well, we don't have any star forcing events to save up for at the moment. But I will try my best to not spend my money. Or at least nothing too crazy. I did spend a little bit of money yesterday to try to fix my Xenon's gear. Which... went pretty successfully, I think. It was pretty cheap for the 2 lines of stats that I needed. For some of the items. 30% in 2 weeks. I don't have any particular plans. Because a lot of the items on most of my characters need safeguarding. I don't really like doing safeguarding items on 30% off. Because the whole point of it is to like send cheap things like CRA or... superior fodders, you know, belts and earrings and that sort of stuff. I don't really have that. Like, I don't really have items I need to do. Let me have a look, actually. Like, out of all these characters, do I need it? Need it for anything? Not really. Yeah, I'm just having a look at these characters. I don't really need anything like that. I mean, I could try to 22 items, my superiors and stuff, but That's a low priority gain. How long did it take to get the Blaze Wizard to 274? I don't know. I'd have to look at the videos. Because when I uploaded the first video for the Blaze Wizard... When did I start my Blaze Wizard? It was like 2 or 3 months ago. So I would have gotten there within like 2 months. Yeah. Probably 2 months. That sounds about right. Maybe 3 months? It does have full superior. I feel like I made it in like April or something, right? Like towards the end of April, or maybe it was May. It was in that range. But yeah, it was like 2 or 3 months. I only have minor regrets with that. Next Sun ruined my plans. In a good way. They ruined it in a good way. Inadvertently caused that Blaze Wizard to get benched, but brought over a bunch of other characters, so I can't complain too much. I'm a little disappointed that, like, it happened after I put all those points into Soul Janus. Because a C10 mule with 17 Soul Janus is not exactly my definition of ideal. Yeah. I think that's the only thing that is a shame. Because if the world transfer never happened, I would not have regretted any of that, right? Because in theory, I'm pushing 285 on the Blaze Wizard. I get to like basically AFK farm in every single map all the way to 285. Because I would already have 20 Janus. And then I'll just be farming frags and levels. It would have been perfect. Like, I have no regrets in that sense. It's just a shame that they, yeah, kind of let me port everything across. And then accidentally killed that character. Because I don't even think I'm going to work on it as a Legion champion. Like, not in my top 6 anymore. Because it's lost so much damage. By the time I hit 280, if I was to train another character to 280, I'd rather farm it and not have the 17 Soul Janus. I'd rather have a maximum of 10, or perhaps even just 1. The other Blaze Wizard better. From my perspective on this, right, is if I train the other Blaze Wizard to 274, and I distribute the frags into the damage normally, there's almost no way that my other Blaze Wizard can catch up. Unless its gear is like significantly better, which as of right now, it's nowhere close. So I think like the existing Blaze Wizard is always going to be ahead by a decent amount. It already has a 22 Zerk, it has a book as well. It has almost everything at 21, minus the Arcanes. And it has no fragments. So it's a 266. If I train from 266 to 274, the amount of fragments I get along the way, and then onwards, I don't think my Blaze Wizard will ever catch up. Or like the new one. That's my view on it. Like, yeah, I have to double up the training on like those 8 levels again, but it's alright. Yeah, I don't know. It just feels kind of bad playing the 274 one. I'll definitely play it as a mule, and once it liberates, it'll be nice and strong too. So it'll be at like C10 level, but pushing it to Black Mage or Seren will be a little sad. That's the way I see it. It's alright. Only one of them can be the Legion champ anyway, so I don't feel too bad about picking one or the other. And besides, they're not even going to be in the top 3 anyway. None of them. My top 3 are definitely going to be my Cannon Master, my Corsair, and my Battle Mage. That Corsair just feels too good to play. 1,000 frags as compensation. If they give us 1,000 frags, unfortunately, I'm just gonna put it all onto this Cannon Master. So my Blaze Wizards aren't even gonna get that. I need my damage on this character. Blaze Wizard Salesman? Look, I like Blaze Wizard. I really like the class. Otherwise, I wouldn't have two. It's just the situation calls for picking the better character right now if I want to try push endgame. If I want to do Extreme Lotus, I just have to pick the strongest character that I like playing. So it's either this, Corsair, or... Because like these are the strongest ones, right? It's either this one, the Corsair, or the Battle Mage. Like the Blaze Wizard's kind of got bumped down too much because it just feels sad to play now. It's all entirely because of the Chronos transfer. Just feels sad. The Corsair definitely got a little breath of life because it randomly 22 to Zerk. So, yeah. It's alright. Maybe my mind will change in, like, what, 3 months when they finally bring the 2-minute changes. Yeah, X-Lotus is quite annoying. It's quite the boss. It's a lot of chip damage. That's the thing that is really annoying about X-Lotus. If you can't like constantly get in and out of the Annihilation mode, it's also really annoying. It's a lot of chip damage, a lot of dodging, so it like affects your downtime or uptime. I can't say much about Bishop though. You have a lot of tapping to do. I mean, if your first 22 was an eye patch, yeah, I think you got a long way to go in terms of star forcing. Oh, I got loot next. I need to put all these fams away as well. Gotta pick a new character. The next one that's gonna train is gonna have a bunch of random fams to work with. I'm so annoyed. I claimed all these trait boost potions and I found out that they're untradeable after I opened the box. This is from the compensation box that was expiring. I guess I can just chuck these away. I can't even check what my Hexer is. Stupid Dex Cannon Master thing's just not working. I really tried to get it to work. Maybe I'll try again later. Who knows? Maybe I did something wrong. I did spend a while to try to do it, just couldn't work. I had some people who actually do use Scouter, so they definitely put the numbers in correctly for themselves, put it in with my stats, and it still didn't work. Could you swap them? It doesn't work like that. I think that the calculations are wrong in-game, if that makes sense. So like, something's not matching up for me. And I think it's an in-game thing, because I'm a Dex Cannon Master. It's not a 404 error. It's saying like, you put something wrong, like it's an input error. What's the difference? There shouldn't be a difference. That's the thing. There shouldn't be a difference. But I think there's something wrong with like the calculation in game. Ooh, is my chop wood done? 7 minutes. Okay. Okay, I gotta make sure I don't re-roll it again. Dude, this close to doing 5 poison? Oh man. Dude, 100 cubes no tear up is, yeah, that's pretty gross. 200 bill? If you think I can fix my gear in 200 bill, it's not even close, dude. It is not even close. I will try again recently. I haven't tried again recently, sorry. But I can try again. I'll try again after. Maybe after the stream or something. No, so Kalis, it still calculates it as strength, alright? Like, my stat is still strength. But because all of my gear is in Dex, I think there's like an actual error with how it's being changed into my stats. There's like something wrong with that. Something. It's got to be something wrong with that, because it's telling me it's an input error, but I'm typing exactly what I see in the numbers. So there's like a conversion error in the numbers. I think my damage seems about right, so I don't think there's an issue with the damage or anything. But in terms of like just straight up the numbers, this just doesn't work. Also, I found it funny when people look at my character as well, it looks way weaker than it is as well, because it doesn't get converted properly. They auto-calc it for you? Alright. I'll give it a try later. Maybe with that new change, it's enough. Because it could very much be the damage range that's being like messed up. Because I'm the wrong stat. Yeah, I'll check it later. I pray for Scout a fun time. Nah, it's alright. I'll just do it later. I hate it when these elites show up. They take all of my pool maker stacks. So AFK for less. But yeah, in terms of my gear though, it's pretty much impossible for me to redo it for strength. It will take too much effort. And also I have a green book. That by itself already makes me not want to ever swap back to strength. Unless all 3 of my eternal items are like triple prime, unironically triple prime, 13, 13, 13, for all 3 of them, then maybe I'll reconsider. If I get triple prime, hat top bottom, crit with strength on the gloves, then maybe. Otherwise, it will just cost way too much. There's a bunch of bird noises going on outside. What's going on? Noisy. Yeah. Well, I gotta get a hat to 22 in the first place before that's even possible, so we'll see. Minus 6 second. I think for Cannon Master, it's probably best to use a 2-second hat with double stat. But I think there might be a usage for 5-second, but it's just like unnecessarily expensive. I remember reading them talking about it, and there was somebody who did the calculation. This was in KMS though, so it takes into account B-pots and stuff. So it's just not really reasonable. It's not realistic to go for a minus 5-second hat, in Reboot at least. It's too expensive. Yeah, but there's a difference though between Reg and Reboot for this thing, because like my understanding is that you still get some form of damage in Reg server, right? Like if you get 5 seconds on your hat or whatever, you still have some lines of stats, right? I think if it's just like 5 seconds by itself, it might not beat a 2-second plus double stat hat. Yeah, exactly. As in like 5 seconds is like basically impossible in Reboot to realistically aim for. It would just take either way too long or way too much money. Or both. But minus 4 I think is actually a damage loss for Cannon Master. I'm pretty sure somebody calculated like if you have minus 4 but you don't have like the stats that usually follows with it in Reg server, it's not worth it. Yeah, look, I don't know what the actual numbers are off the top of my head, but I do remember reading this. I'm gonna trust the guy who said that like it's not worth going for minus 5 with no stat. Or minus 4 with no stat in this case, because minus 5 is pretty unrealistic. It was a weird looking bell curve in terms of the damage. Like 2 seconds you gain a little bit of FD over 3 lines, and then 3, 4, 5. It's like 3 is only a little bit better. I forget what it was. It was a weird looking like curve. Alright, I should be able to claim my herb pouches. Yes. We're back to chopping wood. Welcome home. Man, I slept funny yesterday and my neck still hurts. I have a bad habit of like cracking my neck. And when I like try to like tilt my head, the muscle that's hurting because I slept funny is like it's crying in pain. Alright, good night Felipe, thank you for dropping by. Appreciate the support. Should I be using this soul earlier to make some boosters so I can train? I do have some 4x. They last until tomorrow, so maybe I will just use them. Then, how many fragments do I need for my next upgrade? keep forgetting. It's like 100 and something. 105. Yeah, so if I can get another like 10 fragments, 11 fragments, I can level it up. I think for Cannon Master 2 seconds with 2 lines of stat is fine. We just need a little bit to make sure that the timing to use the double bullets, because it goes from 3 to 2 and it fully charges in, you know, usually if you don't have a cooldown hat, you'll get 2 of the charges back in 60 seconds, but then it desyncs with Goddess, because Goddess would be at like 50 something because of the Mercedes Legion. So you need the cooldown hat to reduce it a little bit, so then you're constantly on sync with the, your other buffs. That's why we need a -2 after the changes. Otherwise, the leeway is like really small. Anything more than that is like a convenience thing from my understanding. And it's not... doesn't seem like it's that big of a FD increase if you have a lower cooldown. Because you're playing around your bullets anyway. Would you play Classic when it comes out? I think I would. I'd definitely give it a go. I don't see myself like sticking with it because I enjoy like the modern version of MapleStory a lot. But I will probably just go in and see what's up, play a bit. Especially when we have a lot of people. Like once it comes out, I feel like there'll be an influx of players just running around for fun, just doing stuff. I think it'd be fun. Which is your main? It would be this one, the Cannon Master. I like my Cannon Master slightly more than my Battle Mage because it trains a lot easier. I like the playstyle of Battle Mage a lot, don't get me wrong. I can see myself pushing multiple characters. Like, my main focus right now is definitely the Cannon Master because I want to try to get to 285. But once I get to 285, and I can... if this character can actually clear the content I want it to clear, I can see myself going back for other characters. But right now, it's definitely Cannon Master. Modern Maple gets a classic Legion block. I mean, that'd be a good way to get people to play. I think if they gave a Legion block that is more of a quality of life Legion block, I can see it. I would like to see them introduce a way to encourage people to play old school that isn't like damage related. Drop rate 5%? Yeah, something like that. Kind of like a Phantom Link. It's like if you get it, it's like, it's good. Sorry, Phantom Legion. Like if you have it, it's good. If you don't, you probably won't miss it. Like, not everybody has a 250 Phantom, for example, because it's like marginal. Yeah, I wouldn't expect that though, as in, I don't think they'll tie it in between the two. If your monocle didn't hit 22, you quit CPQ. The only one that hit, hey, at least you can quit CPQ anyway. W. Well, I'm sorry to hear that the rest of your gear didn't go, but hey, at least you don't have to do any more sailing. And you had transposed it too, right? If I remember correctly. Transpose monocle at 22, that's pretty good. Pretty good. One less daily. Or 15, depending on if you count individual runs. Nah, that's good. I'm glad that at least your monocle hit 22. It's one of the more annoying ones, definitely, to go for. And not having to sail is very nice. Fake 23 star? Yep, pretty much. The transpose, like, sweet water items are quite good. But the hard part about it is the transposing part. And then after you transpose it, you gotta actually tap up the item for it to be worthwhile. It's kind of painful. I do not miss doing the transposing on my Xenon. That was such a... I wouldn't say it's a waste of time, but it was definitely not the best, you know, coin to gains ratio. I think if you transpose an item, you have to commit to getting it to 21 or 22. And because I didn't do that, the transposing on the monocle was definitely not worth it for my Xenon, because it's still 17 star. I don't think it ever even got to 19. And I spent so many coins transposing that. Probably not worthwhile. Learn from my mistake, guys. If you transpose, you better commit to the 21. Because if you don't bother transposing. Because the amount of coins it takes to even transpose can probably get you a 21. That's the reason. Yeah, I mean that's the best case scenario then. You never had to touch the transposition at all. That's good. Transpose and hit. Well, that, you know what? That's just the game rewarding you for doing the right thing. If you think about it, that means you have like best in slot farming gear if you have a transposed monocle. Five characters to do CPQ on? Hell nah, not 5. Yeah. As much as I like CPQ, and I like the monocles and stuff like that, it is time consuming. I don't think I would ever do it on more than one character a day. CPQ on Sia. Oh, speaking of Sia, did you guys see the guy in my guild Solid Black Mage on Sia? It's kind of crazy. It was like what, 80 something mil combat power, 272 Sia. W mans. And he did that without any Oz rings too. Pretty good. Pretty good. Inspired me to give a try at Black Mage on my Wild Hunter. My Wild Hunter's not strong enough. I tried. Maybe I'm playing it wrong or something, but my Wild Hunter just ain't it. It took me half an hour to get into P3. That's not enough damage for a min clear. I'm 2 levels under him, but the character is stronger. So I wanted to see if like the gear and the fams and stuff was enough to compensate. It was not. I think you lose like 5% FD per level you're underneath. So for P3 and P2, it's a 10 FD difference, yeah. Because I could actually get out of P1 within 5 minutes. That was fine. And actually, Wild Hunter has a pretty good time in P1, surprisingly. Like the restacking of them is really easy. Because you can just bait both of them together and then use the iframe, and then you can bind during the iframe, which is really nice. I didn't even need to use my Genesis iframe for that too. It's unfair, because you're stronger. Ah, so you're saying like they front-loaded her damage because they haven't prepped 3 and 4 for her? And look, I don't want to sound like a doomer, but like, I wouldn't trust Nexon's history with like non-KMS classes. So the fact that Sia is a strong class is probably a good thing for the class, because that thing might not get any updates. What if one of the developers just really liked Sia and just wanted the class to be strong? He's just one dude working on the class. And he just made it strong for his own entertainment. According to the guy that was playing the CO in Black Mage as well, he said that for Black Mage it was actually pretty good because the class is mostly... like, it's really good against mostly stationary bosses, which Black Mage for the most part is. He barely moves. Like, oh, you try to make sure that he doesn't move too much. And if that's the case, then it might have been more possible because the boss didn't move that much. And he did say that he's going to try to do hard Seren next, which might be a bigger challenge because Seren moves around a lot. She like just dashes back and forth and stuff. Yeah, I'm not gonna speculate like why that's the case, but I will trust the guy when he min cleared Black Mage at 80 something mil combat power that he probably has an idea of how the class works. Look, I'm not here to say anything about the class because I've never played Sia. But you know, if the guy says that if the boss is moving, the damage goes down, I'm a believe him. I don't have much to go off of. Should go with 300 on your main. I mean, if your main's Genesis weapon is done, and your Eternals are like pretty much done. Well, JH, whenever I get flames like this, I always think to myself, is it really going to make a difference across any of the characters anyway? That's the first thing I usually ask. Or do you just want to feel better about seeing a bigger number? For me, it always tends to be, I just want to see bigger numbers for my whichever character I'm making upgrades on. And I haven't touched the flames on my Cannon Master forever. Like, all these, these Arcane Flames and CRA Flames, all my, like, my belt, CFE and stuff, like, all these flames I finished and I was just like, I'm happy with that, that's fine. I don't care anymore. Like, I'm not gonna care about a 5-stat increase. But if I put on a mule, maybe it gets a 20-stat increase, I might feel something about it. If that makes sense. I just work on whichever one will make me feel happier. It's not a very competitive mindset, I know, but like, yeah, that's kind of how I feel. Yeah, like, in your situation, you say there's a lot of room to fix your Demon Slayer. I'd probably aim for that one. Because it'd feel kind of bad if you spend 300 Black Flames, and your main literally doesn't get anything because your pots or your flames are so solid already. For me, I'm going to put it on my Cannon Master because my weapon is only a tier 7. Like, I say only a tier 7, but like, there's still reasonable room for it to get better for me. So I can still like get a lot of tier 6s. Yeah, like 666, that's one of them. Or better. Or obviously tier 7 plus something. I reckon if I hit tier 7 plus something, I'd probably just stop. And then I put on some other character. Maybe like my Corsair or something. Maybe my Mechanic. I don't know. I feel like my mules have a lot to gain. Because I settled really cheap on them. And if I can get like a 30 extra flame score on like a couple of equipment, that'll add up. Hello, Wicked. Welcome. Oh, actually, another thing too, JH, is when you're flaming your stuff, a lot of the times, I remember when I was in Kronos, you kind of just also compared it against like what you could realistically get by just spamming red flames, because you could like brute force pay for them. Like if your flame can be something that can be brute force can be brute forced by red flames, you could consider using the black flames for it, because otherwise you can just pay to get something better. In theory. You want this song with a timestamp? That's the current timestamp. Your worst flame is triple tier 5 with tier 6 attack. Damn. Kinda crazy. Alternatively, JH, you can do it like, you just use the calculator. You can use that flame calculator to see if you can get better stuff. But that's a bit more tedious. Where you like input all your flames and then it calculates what are the chances of you getting something better with black flames. And it's just like, I feel like that's like probably the correct answer in your situation, and then you can find out whether or not you feel like going for those gains. 0.15? I think that's the same for me actually. Let me have a look. It's this one. Yeah, for me, JH, my highest one is a 0.25, and then the next one is like a 0.7. Or 0.17, sorry. So it's like, we're not too far from each other in that regard. But the thing is, you're just at that point on your main where that's always going to be the case. There's always going to be these like stupidly low numbers anyway. Just play for probably what you enjoy more. You don't want a Black Flame Legion champ number 4. Actually, JH, right, I have a question for you regarding these, right? So, my next upgrade for my flames on this character, according to the calculator at least, is my source, right? But I'm also ignoring my CRAs and my arcanes. Like, those ones have worse flames for the chances it can make gains on. I don't really want to flame my CRAs just because, obviously, I'm going to try to replace them with Eternals, but what about arcanes? You reckon it's worth pushing arcanes at all on this character? Maybe on other characters, I could consider it, but this one, I don't know, it feels a bit sus. My flames are very underwhelming, though. But I don't know if like making 10 stat gains on these is worth it. It feels like, eh. Maybe accessible soon. That's what I figured too. That was like my logic. That's why I didn't touch them. Somebody made fun of my flames on my arcanes, and I was like, come on, man. I didn't touch them for a reason. Yeah, so my next highest ones are like just my pitch and my Jenny weapon. We can get your DS to 285, we can probably do and Limbo together. I gotta get to 285 first though. I think I can hand this in now. And I can upgrade. No, I was wrong. I'm off by 2. Yeah, I think JH is doing H Limbo after M3, M4. You got that vac pet and you can't go back? I told you. This thing, it's like a drug. I think I speak for a lot of people when I say whenever they gave us the free vac pet and you play with that thing for 30 days, it's so hard to play back with normal pets. It's so hard. You instantly, the game feels so much worse. Oh, I don't have any more Legion wealths and stuff. Oops, let me go grab some. Yeah, you don't have to jump around, you just place your summons and be lazy. Walk around in random spots and it just picks up everything. I still have a little bit of a bad habit with this vac pet where I'll just walk around in weird spots to see if there's any money. And it's just never any money, it's just all picked up already. Yeah, it's nice, right? Damn, I have to buy like an average of like 2,000 flames to get better results with red flames than what I currently have on a lot of my equipment. That would make sense. And that's only for a 50%. And flames are pain. Got 2 because he needs it on Ilium farming. Oh, interesting. He's probably just walking around too fast. Maybe one vac pet's not fast enough. I feel like that's a pretty like specific issue though. I also use 2 because I just use this portal and I'd go to the left side. I wanted the vac pet to like pick up everything without me waiting. Because like I wanted everything to be picked up there by the time I head out. Other than that, I don't think I'd ever use 2. I don't think I will refresh the expensive one on this character. I think I'll go back to 1 afterwards. Don't really need 2. Yeah. What are you guys up to right now? Are you guys just farming like me, or are you guys doing leftover boss mules? I really need to be doing both, but I'm kind of lazy right now. I'll save some of the bosses for tomorrow. Got plenty of stuff. Pug C10? Oh, nice. Man, you think that with more people world leaping, to from Kronos to Hyperion, there'll be more parties, but I don't think I've noticed a change at all. One of these days, we can open up this recruit party and there'll be more. It's actually reasonably active though. This is more than I usually see. Everyone Challenger World? That is true too, you're right. Maybe after Challenger World we'll see the true numbers. Yeah. That's okay. It's just a temporary lull. Hello Morton. Yeah, I leapt pretty much all of my characters from Kronos to Hyperion. You can only go from Kronos to Hyperion at the moment. It'd be crazy if they let people go from Hyperion to Kronos. Considering the population. We'll see what the true numbers are once the World Leap ends. Not the World Leap, Challenger World ends. Characters created after the update cannot move. Yeah. If you guys made a seer in Kronos, that won't be able to World Leap, unfortunately. Retiring Vela and Cantabile? Yeah, same. I can't crash the channel anymore. When's the buck burn? Yeah, that is a good question. I haven't decided when to do that. I'm gonna wait to see if I even want to do that right now. Because I'm in no rush to do it. Maybe after I finish editing some more videos, and then I'll have some time to put together something with the buck. I think that'd be the ideal way to do it. Gonna pop a black heart to solo black mage easier. I mean, yeah, that's a pretty good usage of it. I don't see why not. If it speeds up your liberation as well by a whole week, I can see it being worthwhile. Also, you get solo priority on your own black mage run. Yeah, I like it. There are not too many reasons to pop a black heart, but progging things to be able to solo the bosses, especially if it's like a big one like Black Mage, I think it's pretty worthwhile. There's not that many other reasons to pop a black heart, I'll be real. What level's my Dusk? It's level 10 right now. I got it to level 10 just for the EXP bonus, because it jumps from level 9 to 10. Pop black heart to clear 5-man Carling. Yeah. When it comes to the bosses that are tied to your prog, I don't see anything wrong with popping a black heart. If you're just going to be doing the same amount of content and the black heart just speeds it up, it's probably not the best usage of it. But if it might actually genuinely make or break a big prog part, like in this case Black Mage, I'd argue it's pretty big, it's probably worth it. Actually, not probably, definitely worth it. 30 boss damage, 77 attack, and 30 ID. It's pretty big. I've been pretty stingy with black hearts in general too, but I have been more inclined to pop them just so that I can do content. I also don't really want to risk going red dot in a C Carlos run, you know? Imagine. Griefing all these runs just for me to go red dot. Ain't no way. The best part about training is when you go around and you loot, and you just see the little sign that says, "Yeah, picked up a fragment." Every time you do a loot rotation, that's the best feeling. All right, just gotta get that to 20. I'm like halfway there. Yeah, I missed the 1.5 as well. It was so good. Pop a black heart to save storage space. I don't think that's happening. It's the other way around. I just want to not pop black hearts so then I can keep them in my storage. I'm very glad to know though that right now I'm at a surplus of black hearts. I think over the last month I've seen 3. It's pretty good. This class ring swaps between continuous, not continuous, sorry, raw and weapon jump. It just swaps every minute and a half right now. Technically, you can also play this class as a 2-minute class, but realistically, you should be playing as a 90-second class. But it is a surplus. If you don't count the ones that already exist, I make more than I can use. That's good. Yeah, finish the game, you still have them. Yup, that's exactly what's happening with my black hearts. Look, if you guys were in my position, you guys wouldn't be popping black hearts either. And what are you gonna do with them? You just leave them in the storage. Like, until I'm doing content that requires the black heart, I'm just gonna leave it in my storage. The difference between raw and continuous. So for ring and restraint, it's a buff. It restricts you to a small area. So if you walk, as of right now, if you walk out of that area, you lose the benefits and it goes away. Later on, the area will stay and you can leave it and go in and out. But anyway, if you stay inside that area, you get a huge boost in your attack. It's a lot of extra damage. Kind of think of it like the Angelic Buster Link, but way, way better. It's something like that. But you have to stand within a small area, which is where the restraint comes in, a ring of restraint. The continuous ring, on the other hand, every once in a while, you'll get a lot more boss damage and attack. It's not as much as a raw, but it's really good for DPM classes where they might not want to condense all their damage within whatever the timing is for raw. And continuous is just, yeah, it has a similarly good benefit in terms of your overall damage, but it's more beneficial for classes that don't exactly burst. Maybe think of it like a really strong AB link for the Ring of Restraint, but you have to stand in a small area. And then for the continuous ring, it's like getting multiple smaller AB links throughout the fight. Just constantly. Every time that somebody shows up in my map, they just leave. Come on, guys. Am I that scary? Any tips for P3 Black Mage? Genuinely? Most of the attacks of Black Mage are telegraphed, and as long as you focus on not getting kicked, you'll have a significantly easier time in the fight. Honestly, it's just as simple as that. Like, if you can say, like, every time you run Black Mage you don't get kicked, you're probably already having a good time. That aside... Yo, somebody came back. Oh, it's Pekko. W Pekko. I now have somebody in my map. It doesn't feel lonely anymore. But yeah, other than that though, not getting kicked and whatnot, I'd say the biggest thing is like making sure that Black Mage is positioned in a nice spot. A lot of people like to hang out to the right side to avoid some of the mechanics, you know, like rollings and fallings sometimes. It's like a generally safe spot for a lot of people, right? If you can keep Black Mage towards the middle of the fight, it will help you out a lot. But unless you're soloing or duoing, it might be hard to kind of control it, because a lot of people will just play for their own safety, which often involves them going into the corner, which drags Black Mage into the corner. So yeah. If you can encourage people to keep Black Mage towards the middle and stay on top of the boss, it does improve the time that you have in there. What rings did you use on your Battle Mage? Oh, in BM for Battle Mage. I think I used a Weapon Jump 4. I think I used the Weapon Jump 4. That was the only ring I had. I can't remember if it was a Weapon Jump 3 or 4, but I'm pretty sure it was a 4. Yeah. I would say, like, for Black Mage, you want him, like, close-ish to the middle, but a little bit to the right. So, making sure that there's always space on the far right side. Because you always want to give yourself a little bit of leniency when avoiding certain mechanics. You just basically don't want him to be able to kick you while you're avoiding other mechanics. So if you keep him towards the middle for the most part of the fight, when you go to the right and he wanders a little bit towards you, at least he won't catch up to you guys to kick you out of, like, your floats. Or when you're trying to dodge other things. Alright. I'm out of 3x coupons. Sag. At least we get some more tomorrow. I have a few more 4x, but maybe I'll make some boosters for that later. Rolling falling combo, just pray. I think one of the things that people don't really utilize actually in Black Mage P3 is like the random small platforms around the map. They're pretty useful. I'll often use some of those platforms to avoid rollings and fallings. Pull up the boss UI. What's wrong with the boss UI? Look at the BM recruit party. They closed it. Well, what was wrong with the party? Did I miss something? Everything? What do you mean everything? Multiple 200 mil combat power doing 6-man Black Mage. Alright, that might be a slight overkill on the boss. just maybe. It just might be an overkill. Just. You know what's funny? It's like these sorts of runs, whenever I see them, it's just like everyone is just wanting to get out of the boss as soon as possible. But it does, like, I'm always kind of curious about this because, well, obviously getting a fast run is nice, but do you really want to, like, blink against so many people? Man, that reminded me of like, before we had combat power, the only thing that we really had to go off of was stat. That was like a really common measurement of damage, right? And then people would often ask for what was considered high stat at the time to do a lot of bosses. Hey, look, I'm not gonna judge people for wanting a fast run, but I was always like kind of curious about, wouldn't you rather do a slightly longer run but have a better time for the drops? You're gonna judge? That's alright. Judging all day. Right, mate. Thing that gets them killed the most is up jump blinking in the right corner. I think up jump and blinking in the right corner is fine if you know how to position the boss. Because you shouldn't be realistically blinking for longer than like 3 or 4 seconds at most, right? And then if you're conscious enough to move the boss back to like the side, it shouldn't really matter. Like, as long as you don't die, it doesn't matter. But I'm saying like, there are definitely a lot of people who like rely on that being their only way to escape. Which is, that's when it becomes bad. Because you're not always going to be in a spot where you can blink. Maybe it's on cooldown, then what, right? For example. That's the most obvious one. What if it's on cooldown for whatever reason? Probably the worst one is like, if you know that FMA is coming, and you blink over the rollings, and there's no platform near you, and you weren't conscious enough to like prepare to run to a platform, you're gonna get bopped by the FMA. Especially if it's an up one. It is generally a bad habit to rely on it, but it's not bad to use it, because it's easy to do. I personally like to teleport through the rollings or just jump over them. Just time it with the kick or whatever. But yeah. I will say though, the rollings are a lot lower than they look. So if you guys are like kind of scared of the rollings, they're a lot smaller than they look. They're not that big. You can I'm pretty sure most classes can flash jump over it. Heroes will walk through the rollings. Power move. I mean, that is like that is actually like the mage way. Like, if you're in a panic situation on a mage, it's just heroes will E-form and then walk. That is the way to go. Heroes will E-form and then just walk through everything, and just hope you don't die. Make sure you have to press heroes will before you do it, because if you don't press heroes will, you can't do it during E-form and you just die, or you take curse deaths. But yeah, I prefer to jump over them if I can. But blinking is like for the lazy for sure as well. P4 is more annoying. The thing about P4 is that like you kind of have to play it differently. If you have fountains, a little bit easier. But it's because like the way that you DPS the boss, it changes when you play in P4. You have to like constantly wiggle back and forth so that you don't get pelted by the pellets, right? I don't know about you guys, but I'm impatient, so I just want to stand still and just get blasted by a bunch of pellets. I'm like, oh, that's fine, you know, I get hit by the pellets, I'll just heal. And then a bomb pops on you, like, okay, now it's bad, and then a random pellet you jump into kills you. That's what usually happens to me in P4. In P4, you just have to be conscious to, like, change up your DPS a little bit, because you have to actually dodge these pellets. Those pellets, they kind of add up. Yo, have you guys ever seen what it was like to do Black Mage without the knockback resist? There was a period of time where you had to use the Mihao link for some classes to be able to have 100% stance. Not sure if you guys remember that. Those were dark times, actually. That was the reason why I played a hero back then, because I didn't want to have... That was probably part of the reason why I played Jet too, because I'm pretty sure Jet was also a class that had 100% stance, but that's beside the point. There was a video of somebody who was playing a Kana. They didn't have 100% stance because they didn't have the Mihao link. They got hit by a pellet, and they just flew up from the bottom right to the top left. They just got like chain bounced all the way from the bottom right to the top left. I remember that clip. I wish I could find it. It was so funny. I don't know why. It's just the guy didn't have the Mihao link, so he just went bottom right, top left. It just flew up in the air. Yeah. Yeah, random segue, I know, but yeah. Your hero is 236? That was a while ago. But Morton, I do remember you being there in the stream. In my mind, you were definitely one of the earlier people in my streams. I do appreciate the fact that you're still around too. There are some names that I do recognize from when I streamed all those years ago. The fact that you remember my hero and I used to stream my hero is kind of wild though. That was pretty early. Because if you remember the hero, that was before I made my jet. Long time ago. Hey, congrats on your H letters clear. That's huge. Ali Solid Pro got you into the game. Yeah, that was the OG series. Looking back at it, I'm still pretty happy that I did it. It was a very different time though. Those were different times. Nowadays, you can skip like 0 to 200 without having to train at all. I remember like sharing my progress with all that sort of stuff. Not me like training in random areas and stuff like that. 2 hours of solid vellum, maybe even faster depending on who you ask. Saw the content in 2020. 4-year break and here you are. Well, hopefully you guys don't regret your decision to come back to the game. I know a lot of people have had a lot of sad moments in this game. As long as everyone's enjoying themselves. I don't know if you heard that. That was my hip going. I feel like an old man. There's like a crack. Felt pretty nice though. How many of you guys like crack your joints when you stretch? I know some people really don't like that, but on the other hand, for me it's like almost natural. Like after I've been sitting down for a while, like, yeah, I try to stretch, and I feel like a few pops in my back. That feels good. To everything after 280, yeah. There is definitely a point in the game where you feel like you achieved everything, and the only thing left to do in the game is to do it again, right? That is, like, pretty fair. I definitely felt the same way about my jet after I full 22'd it. And I was already, like, doing most of the new content, and the only thing I was waiting for was just... At the time, it was Sacred Force. This was when, like, Sacred Force was, like, extremely slow. So we couldn't attempt to do Seren because we didn't have enough Sacred Force. And then when Carlos came out, it was the same thing. Like, when Carlos came out, pretty much everyone in the game did not have enough Sacred Force to get into P2. Just... You didn't do enough damage. Even though you had the damage to do it. I think for me, since then, I've just been playing the game in a different way. I play it for my own enjoyment because of the classes. I don't really mind that none of them are like particularly strong. I don't mind that not all of them are done with their gear. I've started to appreciate just playing more characters like that. Which is why I don't really have any endgame characters. Realistically, if I had stayed with one character, I could have been like 290 something, right? Like, that I don't have a doubt. But I feel like I would have gotten bored. Delta. Just happy you can solo C10? C10, yeah. Okay, we all have our different goals. But all of us also have, like, probably a point in the game where you're, you know, pretty happy that you got up to and you don't really care for pushing further. Just, depends who you ask. What's a jet? Exactly. Exactly. That is the correct question. Yeah. If you were serious though, it was a class in MapleStory that was deleted a few years ago. And that used to be my main. Rest in peace, Jet. Oh, threads reminder. I completely forgot. Man, it's so nice as well. I don't need to change my fams anymore. I've decided that I'm not going to push for the 40% boss damage. I think I'm happy with what I got. One of the stronger jets on Kronos who just kind of quit afterwards. Yeah, there were a lot of people who definitely quit when Jet got deleted. Some people stayed, but a lot of people did stop playing. Six Jets versus H was one of your funniest videos. Dude, that was a fun time. You guys want to hear a sad story about that, actually? Not sure if I've shared this before. So just for reference, back then, there was no practice mode. Or at least I don't remember there being a practice mode. So if you ran a boss, you had to do it for real. So we all went into hard will. There were 6 of us, 6 jets. You know, most of us were probably like within the top 10 at the time. It was a very overstated party for hard will, but it was really goofy. We all just kind of ran in and we just had a good time. Just ran it down. At some point, like, one of the skills for Jet at the time was bugged. So when it detonated, it caused everybody in your party to see it. Imagine seeing an Origin. Right? Oh, Avians, yeah. He's a good guy. I miss Avians. He was the one that taught me how to play Jet. Or helped me learn how to play Jet, for sure. But yeah. Imagine in a run with 6, like a 6-man party, but you can see everybody's Origin. Even when you didn't Origin. That's the best way I could describe it. But there was also a bug at the time where it will detonate. If that summon was going and you died, it will still detonate and then you respawn, the summon stays there and it will go off again. There's just a point in the fight where you just get like 12 Origins on your screen. Basically. It's so dumb. And you just can't see anything. And it's just people just dying all over the place. Man, that was a fun time. But the sad part about this was after we cleared it, it was a nice clear, relatively comfortable, nothing happened. But one of the guys had to pass up his usual static run to come run with us for content. And on that week, the green book dropped and it was his book. Oh man. That's rough. Because back then you couldn't choose the book. It's just, it dropped as a color. And then depending on who your party members were, you just give the book to the person who wanted that color. And he was the only Dex user in that party. And the one week that he went to do a goofy hard wheel run, he lost his book, basically. That's rough. He's a good guy though. Rip Ito. I can respect the run for content, but that does feel kind of bad. Giant potion in P3? Ah, yes, the giant potion. This thing. Advanced giant potion. I was in Neo? Yeah, I was in Neo for a while. Yeah, every once in a while the guild leader for Neo like sees my videos. I don't know if he's here right now. Probably not. But I know that he does like randomly comment on my videos, which is kind of cool. I haven't talked to him in ages, but he was a good guy. I met a lot of friends in Neo. I still keep in touch with a good lot of them too. In fact, I think one of them is getting married soon. It was really funny because as a not really as a joke, but like I invited them to my wedding. But they live in the US, so I wasn't expecting a yes. But the reply wasn't what I expected. They said, "No, I can't come because I'm also getting married." And I thought that was just like what are the chances? Happy for them though. But yeah, I was in Neo for a while, and then I kind of like soft quit the game because I had a bad star forcing event. And then I left the guild, and then I joined Lith for a while. And then I stayed in Lith for ages, and I stayed within that friends group for a while, and then yeah. A few years later, here I am in Hyperion. One of the best decisions I've made in Hyperion was actually joining Big Blue House. It's nice hanging out with people who are in the same time zone as me. It's just a bunch of people just being rude to each other. It's quite amusing. It's the perfect level of banter, in my opinion. Your friends in your grand's party is in Neo? Ah, I see. Nice. Yeah, pretty good dent into the EXP today. I'm pretty happy with like a couple of percentages a day. Yeah, I think though my dream of hitting 285 by the end of the event is kinda grim. Cause yeah, I'm averaging like 1.5 T a day at most right now. It's not looking great. 6 T a day, you're back on track. Yeah, that's not happening. My EXP would have probably stayed reasonably high if they never gave me back my Cronus characters, right? Now I just can't help but just try to do bosses all the time. It's just so fun. And then just watching my money go up. Look, after reset, I'm gonna have a great time. Like half of the money, oh sorry. Like a third of the money that I spent on my shining is gonna be recovered, like in 1 week. That is crazy to me to think about. What are my Janus goals? It's just gonna stay at 10 for a long time. Until I'm like maybe 50% of the way to 285 from 284. Like 284, 50%. From there, I'll probably start pushing 20 Janus, because I think in Carcion, a lot of the maps are a lot easier to farm on with level 20 Janus. The two sweatiest players in my guild are conversing with each other. That's crazy. These guys are crazy. Yeah. To be honest, it's quite interesting to see how like Big Blue House has kind of become. It was actually really quiet for a while, and then one of the mods, he was just like, well, why don't we just always use Alliance chat? From now on, let's only use Alliance chat. Everybody in the guild is in the Alliance. We'll just use it. And it's been kind of noisy. Usually after like dinner time. So around this time onwards, when people start logging on, it does sometimes get noisy. And just people just chatting about stuff. Most of the time, actually, it has been Nerf Bowmaster. That's usually the thing that gets spammed the most in the guild chat or Alliance chat. I feel like I see that the most. It's like Nerf Bowmaster and Nerf Nightwalker. It's just constantly that. Pecco is here. He can confirm that that's the usual conversation starter. It's just somebody saying Nerf Bowmaster. Yeah, see? It's just how it is. It's just how it is. This is what it looks like all the time. It's just somebody saying Nerf Bowmaster and they're just like nerfing each other. It's this. Yeah, it's a good environment for that. It's just banter. Rework CM chest to auto pickup. Honestly, they should have just made it so that it spawns on top of the cannon master and anybody can pick it up. Because it disappears if you pick it up. So the first person to take it gets the bonus and that's it. It goes away and then it spawns later. Why? I don't know. It's just kind of fun. JH is out here looking at this chest, staring at it, being like, damn, I could get 10% damage. But I can't get 10% damage. But yeah, I think though, Becca went to pick it up. Did you see that? Actually, when I used to duo with my friend, like, I would try to pick up the chest if it was nearby, because if I'm gonna do my burst inside my raw, I might as well take the 10% damage. They would run to it before I get there, and take, man, because they're from NA, they have better ping than me. I literally cannot beat them to the chest, and they will take it. I'm like, I'm carrying you through this boss. Why are you taking my damage? Like an absolute gremlin, just running towards the 10% chest. That is grief. But that's the thing, they're already green dotting. It's not even like a close blue dot, they're just straight up green dot. Like, why? It's like if I was carrying JH's fire poison just then, and then JH goes out of his way to pick up the chest. It's like, there's no point. He's gonna blue dot anyway. Do you not want out of the boss faster? That being said, today's runs, both of them were pretty Papega. We both died so many times. So many times. I'm sad he didn't get a badge though. Unlucky. Did it for content. The best part about the run was the part where JH goes down to 1 and immediately I see in the party chat, please clear. Just in all caps, please clear. If I didn't have my origin there, there was definitely a chance that he dies out. Oh man. That's why running bosses with like guildies and friends is always the best, because you always know that there's going to be somebody running it down. Always going to be somebody running it down. I'm a little surprised that it wasn't me, to be honest, because it started off pretty badly, actually. Like, we'd had such a clean P1, it was looking pretty good, and then I lost 6 lives in P2 for no reason. Is it trolling to solo NV healer instead of duo hard V healer? Well, probably, if you are looking for arcane stuff. Like, if you're looking for arcane drops, it's probably troll. Because the drop rate for NV healer is really, really low. If you are doing normal V healer because you can't get yourself into a V healer party, then so be it, you know, it can't be helped. But if you have the choice, I would definitely duo. Yeah, you lose a little bit of money, but like the benefit from getting the arcane boxes and potentially a source and potentially a daybreak. Oh, and the ring box. Like, it's 100% worthwhile running hard if you can help it. Even in a duo. Honestly, even in a trio. And if you're not picky about like getting the other drops, like just making sure you get a run in the first place is really good. Oh, JH, do you still need my Kana for V healer? Should I just assume that I'm running with you? Oh, and also for Seren, am I going to be running with you? Hypothetically on my Corsair. You're delaying your own lib? Yeah, I mean, it's up to you. Oh, yeah. I haven't run any of my Seren runs this week yet. I don't trust myself to solo any of my Seren runs. Your carry? Didn't you already get carried? Hasn't Anil run with you yet? How long would a 51 mil Xenon take for H Dark? I feel like for 50 something in general, it's probably 20 minute plus, right? At least. Yeah, have fun with that. Yeah, speaking of like liberations, I'm actually starting the liberation journey on my Kana. I want to start liberating my Kana again. So I might have to start doing Golix on that character again. Do you have any characters to do a BM with Nightwalker? Is it going to be a long run or a short run? Like, how strong is your Nightwalker? My Xenon should be like reasonably strong now. Like, it's like almost 100 mil. It's just a little bit underleveled. Just a little bit. It's lacking the levels. Is Nightwalker even more underleveled? Wait for M3, M4? True. Oh, it's 271? Nice. My Xenon is 270, not even 271. My side goal for all of my characters is to get 275. M3, M4 will be, was it July 16 or July 14? Something like that. July something. Yeah, I'm really liking this new liberation system. It's so much faster now. Cut down a few months. So many of my characters are going to liberate within a month. Maybe I should be saving money for that. What do you guys think? Actually save for my liberation? Crazy talk. I have to see if I can even unlock my masteries for my Xenon and stuff. I might have to farm on them. Save a week's worth. Come on, at least 2 weeks worth per character. Maybe then I can hit like a nice 3-line. Copium. One of these days I also need to 3-line my Battle Mage's emblem. For at least attack ID or something. Because currently it's just 2 lines of attack. It's a little bit tragic. Oh yeah, and for tomorrow it will probably be an early stream. I'll be up early and yeah, I'll be just like chilling in the morning. I'm probably just gonna keep trying to farm some EXP, get some fragments, and then finish up any of the weekly stuff that I can. I do have a few more bosses left to go, and I might try to like clean up some of my mules a little bit. Some of my mules have kinda tragic arcane force, so I might try to fix that up a bit. Thankfully now with all the weeklies giving 120 symbols per area, it's really nice. Who's loving that? I know I am. Like the fact that I can go to a random character, get 120 symbols for like what, less than 5 minutes worth of work. It's crazy. 120 by 6, 720 symbols a week. By just doing the activities. Yeah, it's so nice. Pardon me. Yeah, if you can be bothered doing them, it's pretty good value. I still don't do them very often. I do like at least 1 a week. I've been trying to do it on my mechanic. Because, yeah, just trying to get max arcane force 1 at a time on these characters. My mechanic probably needs a little bit more to do more damage to like V healer and stuff. But yeah. I'm gonna try to get this character... Honestly, me dedicating this time onto my Cannon Master is kind of ruining my goals a little bit. Because it's gonna take me such a long time to get to 285. I kind of want to try to get my mules a bit stronger. I want to get them to 275 at the bare minimum for a lot of them. But yeah, I don't really want to delay my 285 too much. Either that or like, if I can't get to 285 quickly anyway, I could just wait for Night Troop. I don't know. Maybe I try to get 285 before Night Troop, and then on Night Troop I'll just send all of my mules to like 275, or at least all the ones I care about. Because I don't think I'm getting to 290. I'm not going to push 290 yet. 285 first, and decide from there. 10 set dreams? My dreams do not revolve around my equipment. My dreams revolve around having an army of characters that are able to just speed blitz C10. Look, when the new changes come around and they give us like the enter the boss and it resets your cooldowns sort of thing, like you'll have them back up. Like, if I can have 12 or 13 characters just origin and just fly through all of C10 and I make 50 bill in like a day, that's my dream. I want to get it to the point where all of my characters will be able to do the entirety of C10 and all the bosses below in about 40 minutes each. That's about as fast as my battle mage is doing it right now. That's my dream. The equipment comes and goes. You know, some things no longer become best in slot. There's like new items, I don't care about that. What I want is just an army of characters that can just speed blitz bosses. That's full 21 everything? Yeah, exactly. That's my goal. And it seems pretty attainable because a decent amount of my mules did hit random 21s here and there. Like the arcane gloves for a few of them hit 21. And I was thinking to myself, well, now I can just pick all the other equipments. And I'm just going to hope that they go 21 the next event. Like if each mule can hit 121 per event, I'd be pretty happy. The hardest part about this is Golix. Genuinely speaking, I don't know how I will approach Golix on any of these characters, but maybe I'll figure that out when I get there. Everything is 10-minute V-Healer? Nah, it's faster than that. It's definitely faster than 10 minutes V-Healer. Because my characters are already doing 10-minute V-Healer, and they're not full 21s. Some of them aren't even close. My Corsair is doing like a 10-minute V-Healer right now, and it's not even liberated. And I think some of the gear is still not 21. I think. Actually, no, my Corsair might... No, it's not, because it's still using Absols. It's not using Arcanes right now. Yeah, my Corsair is still missing the Arcane Armors to 21. Yeah, it's going to be full 21, liberated, 275. That's my goal. Just 12 of those. And then maybe some random 280s plus, depending on like if I decide to push them. Don't you need a bunch of Salt Erdo on your mules? Yeah, well, that's why you got to farm on them to 275. That's why I'm saying 275. That will get up their fragments. Yeah, because I don't leave them at 260 or something like that. Yeah, that's my vision. We do Monster Park? No. I don't remember the last time I've done Monster Park since I stopped playing my Blaze Wizard. I might have done Monster Park Extreme maybe once since then. It's farming on mules if they don't have a vac pet. Yeah, about that. I think all the classes I play have access to a vac pet. Shout out to all the guys that have donated to me in the past. Especially Rich, if Rich is here. Rich was very generous with certain donations during the Demon Slayer event. So my Cygnus branch has a Demon Slayer pet. My Explorers have a Demon Slayer pet, plus another one. Plus the one as well I've got from Kronos. Technically I can use 3 on my Kronos character, on my Explorers. My Resistance characters also have one because that was my original main. And those are all the characters I play. The only character that doesn't have a Vac pet is my Kana. And I have enough Vac pets across this character because of the Kronos merge that I can just transfer one across. Even better if they do like a cash shop merge. Look, I'm not gonna farm on my Kana anytime soon. I'm not gonna farm on that Kana anytime soon. I think if I was gonna farm on any character, I might actually farm on my Marksman. I kinda wanna get to 260, but I don't really have time for that. It is an easy farmer, it just doesn't have a Vac pet right now. Threads check. You know what? I just about to finish my training anyway. I'm gonna go loot, grab threads, and then start a new one. Thank you. What's my Legion at? It's at, I think it's at like 9696 actually. Yeah, for the Demon Slayer Vac pets, they're cheaper. They were a gamble to roll for, but they are cheaper to renew. So if you happen to get them early, it's pretty good. Okay. I think it's time for me to finish up the rest of the dailies first. But yeah, let's check the Legion. Yeah. 9696. So I need another 300 more levels. If I finish the 2 Hyperburns, I gain 80 levels at least. Because I replaced 2 210s. Actually, no. I get 100 levels if I finish the 2 Hyperburns. I go to 260. So that's 100 levels already. Then I transfer a few more Kronos characters, which will bump me up like maybe another 30 or 40 levels. That's 250 already levels. I just need another 50 levels total after all of that, and I can be 10k. How much it cost you each? I think each of them was like 80k NX. I think. It was something really cheap. I remember getting really lucky. So yeah, it's basically the same price as the normal Vac pets, but then with a cheaper renewal. So RNG carried, hey man. What can I say? Sometimes I get lucky. You say I have horrible luck. I have horrible luck up and down. Look. What happens is that I don't remember when I get bad luck. I just remember when I have good luck. And nobody really cares when I get bad luck. Nobody's gonna hold me to like, oh, remember the time when you opened like 50 fams and nothing came out of it? Nobody's gonna remember the hundreds of unique fams I opened on my like mechanic. But everyone's gonna remember the one random 20% boss fam that my Xenon opened. That's just how it is. Horrible luck, I got 9 set. It's crazy to say this actually because a lot of my 22 pitches happened before I was even full 22 arcanes because my arcanes ate all that I had at the time. Look, it's almost like it's random. It's almost like it's random. It took me 400 bill to finish my 22 arcanes 400 bill. Those were dark times. I know that there's been like inflation or deflation of Meso. But 400 bill for 22 arcanes is it's a pretty heavy price. I remember those having a really bad time. Or how about more recently, actually, my my 3-line attack emblem. I spent 115 bill for that one. I almost got 115 bill spent, and it didn't hit the 3-line attack emblem. It was on like the last 10 cubes that I actually hit. I'm just going by the averages, right? Like whether or not you believe in the averages is one thing, but you know, you gotta. I'm just setting a standard here. Like, sure, I hit some things below average, but you can't say that, oh, the numbers are fake if you're gonna take the below average, but you're not gonna take the above average. You know what I mean? You guys can't be calling me lucky. Oh, I went into the cash shop. You can't be calling me lucky and then me using the same numbers and you guys say, no, that's not unlucky. It doesn't work like that. Alright, I need to remember to redo these threads. When's your next hyperburn? I need to edit some videos first before I make my hyperburn. It's probably going to be $1 though. Yeah, double prime attack weapon, look. That one is... I don't have anything to say about that. I don't think anybody has anything to say about that. Alright, is this all done? Okay. I've given up on my attempts on N. Carlos solo. I do not have the hands for it. Got 420 bill to explain. Look, I could go on all day. Like, I don't know how long it took me to do a lot of these items, but like for each of these like quote unquote perfect 3 lines, probably like minimum of 50 bill each one. Like, I remember really struggling to get these perfect 3 lines. I remember for a fact that each of these, like, some of them might have been cheap. But yeah. Hi, Kayleen. Is that what you wanted? This guy. Did I black cube them? Some of them I did because I think I was trying to go for double prime. I think I might have black cubed this one. This one I did with like glowings. I'm pretty sure I did this one with glowings. These ones I definitely did with glowings. This one was with glowings. But yeah. Anyway, I think that'll probably be it for today. There's no point spending time talking about these variance things. Just hope that you hit, right? Is it possible to hit 3-line and crit damage gloves? Yes. Is it realistic? No. I think the average cost for them is like within the trillions. But yeah. Anyway, that'll be it for today, guys. Thank you all for hanging out with me. Hopefully you guys had a good time. If you guys enjoyed the stream, please give it a like. It helps me out a lot. And if you guys would like to see or catch my streams, I usually stream around this time, but tomorrow I'll be streaming early, a little bit before reset. So I hope to see you guys there. Alright. Take care, guys, and see you all again tomorrow.